watch out. There you go. This is CODEbet Daily. Welcome to it. It is Saturday. That's right, December 10. Watch out. Love a good weekend episode. Episode 19, I think, of this here show. I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of CODEbet. That's a very good website. You should go check that out, codebet.com.au. And I'm joined, as always, by, what do we call you? The patron saints of punting. That's it.
Tell you what, if we're patron saints, the saintly gods are in trouble, that's for sure.
Not bad. That was one Alex Donnelly. He's a guy. He's also a stats analysis writer at CODEbet and also stats guy, Lee McAllion. What's going on?
How are we?
Okay, merch guy.
Yeah, new merch again. Got the white
if you
on
come up with the most obscure stat or fact of the week, we will send you a shirt.
We'll
I don't know
you,
if we have that, but
Alex's shirt.
yeah, I'm not sending my shirt.
Yeah, no, we got a few sparesies.
I like that. We'll send you a shirt. It might not be a CODEbet shirt, but we'll send you a shirt.
Yeah, there's a lot of shirts in the merch cupboard, so I don't know what it'll be, and it probably won't be the right size, and Stats Guy will sign it.
I like it. You might get beautiful. I might throw in a I'll take your CODEbet signed Stats Guy one and raise you a NBA Australia signed one by me as well.
Oh, cool. That's probably worth a bit. That's probably worth a bit more.
I like that. Right.
No, Stats Guy's gone viral on TikTok, so
yeah, I've just had viral meningitis. There's a difference.
Jeez.
Anyway, 19 days into this World Cup, we've got the final two quarterfinals. That's right, quarterfinals, not qualifying finals. Just saying.
Hey.
To set up for you today, Morocco, Portugal, and of course the big one. The big one. The Battle of Agincourt Mark II. the 100 Years' War, the War of the Roses 2.0. I don't know.
Something like
England, France. That'll be fun. Can't wait for that. So, gentlemen, how are we all feeling about these two games? Obviously, Morocco are the bolter out of nowhere. They pip Spain. Spain go on to fire their coach. They've thrown him to the Bulls in Pamplona, according to me yesterday. It's just like, it's all on.
Exciting tomato at his yam bag.
But Morocco, Portugal, should we just start there? Should we dive in? Let's just go.
Let's just go. It's Saturday.
2 a.m. Sunday morning, right? So over
That guy's still stumbling home from the pub.
Yeah, something like that.
I like it. I'll join you. There you go. A couple of
Sounds
tins
good.
and then
Why not?
Morocco, Portugal. Morocco are $5.75 for this, which is, when you think about, we're in the quarterfinals of a World Cup. It's not bad.
I mean, Croatia are $10 for the game that was played this morning. So
exactly. But that's like, you're going up against Brazil. It doesn't really matter who it's going to be, right? As long as it's not another powerhouse.
Yeah, but a sort of look, if you look at like ranking differentials and how either team played in their round of 16 game, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
Because Morocco, $5.75, they're good.
It's about right.
And the draw's $3.60. Portugal, for the win, $1.68. As always, remember, check with your bookmakers, whoever you bet through, for your vibe on whether or not it's a 90-minute price, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Because extra time and penalties are different. But they'll have disclaimers. So, right, we're flicking this on. It's 2 a.m. It's Sunday. Who are we looking for? Morocco, Portugal. Is it just Alex with his binoculars out in front of his own TV?
Watching Ronaldo on the bench.
Don't take your kid off, Ronaldo.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be in bed because this game is a foregone conclusion. I can catch the replay.
A foregone conclusion. Jeez, don't try to sell it too hard for me there, Alex. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the preview done.
It's only quarterfinal of the World Cup. He doesn't want to get up. All right, we might have to take some applications as to who's going to jump on this podcast with me and Stats for the
Hell yeah, I don't have to work on Saturdays. You beauty.
Semi-finals. Alex will be like, I don't really care that much. It's already foregone conclusion. I'm not even going to watch it. All right, well, we'll get, I don't know, we might get producer Gerald in.
And he'll have some fun.
There. It'll be good.
Yeah, just add to poor Gerald's workload. He's got to prep for a podcast as well as cut this crap together.
Yeah, he's coughing up the lung.
Yeah. Welcome to the CODEbet COVID Daily. This is Gerald.
He's giving us COVID updates, just like, yep, still horrible. It's like, yeah,
don't recommend it.
Get to work. Anyway, obviously Cristiano Ronaldo was the big story in the round of 16.
He was. Yeah, he got benched.
bench. Coming off the bench. Not just his rig and Alex clapping delightedly anytime they showed him on the sidelines, but we had our man Goncalo Ramos go out and get a hat trick in his first appearance.
And an assist, which I only found out this morning, which that's an
Absolute
unbelievable
chaos.
game. Unbelievable.
But so Alex is going to be asleep because he doesn't actually care about this. So who are Stats Guy and I going to be actually looking for in this game?
Yep.
When we flip it on at 2 a.m., what are we looking for? Who's the player that we're staring at and just going, hang on, what's going on here? Who we got?
I'm going João Felix. He used to sort of be he could sometimes play striker for Portugal. He sometimes play on the wing, but in this tournament, he's played on the wing. He even got 2 assists last game. He's become more of a facilitator. In a lot of the teams he's played on, he's been a bit selfish in the past. Just likes to have shots, but he's realized, I got an absolute much better team when I'm playing for Portugal. I might as well pass it off. So he's looked really good, and he could get a few assists in this one, I reckon.
So they absolutely just destroy-nate Switzerland, right? So 2-0 at halftime. 6-1 at the end.
Unbelievable.
Switzerland just had no answers, right? So what do you think that all sort of came down to? Was just the attack of Portugal, just their relentless sort of pace? What are we thinking?
They looked really good. They'd finally found a cohesion that they'd sort of been lacking for the first few group games, and Switzerland played in a lot of tight, intense battles throughout the group stage.
Yeah, that's true.
Also comes into it is a bit of leg speed might have been taken out of them, and this is where I'm going to lean when we talk about Morocco as well, is Portugal had sort of just cruised through, done what they need to do. They cruised through that game. It looked pretty easy to them. They've got the fresher legs. That's what happened to Switzerland. They just got run over by a team who was just ready to come out and just bounce into them. Morocco's probably got the same issue here.
Yeah, I think Switzerland as well. I think I said this in the other podcast, but they sort of trying to sit back a little bit. Then they were like, oh, wow, we're down by 2. We need to score some goals. They tried to attack. Portugal's pace just got out the back and just blew it up. So they were a bit unlucky that they didn't get maybe another goal, but Portugal were just too good in attack.
Meanwhile, Morocco have only conceded, 1 goal all World Cup? Which is
that's unbelievable.
Chaos. It's absolute chaos. I love it. I love every aspect of this Morocco team. I love their kits. I love how underrated they've been. And for me, this just screams out just boil over alert because
we'll see. But
it feels like it happens. It happens, but
it does
Portugal
happen,
have been so good. I think in this run, despite what that hiccup against South Korea where they lost.
Yeah, but they look great still.
And the goal that Morocco gave up was to Canada.
Yes.
My beloved Canada. So, absolute scenes, I think, by the time we get here. What are the 3 sort of big things that we're really going to focus in on for this game? We talked about the other 2 games yesterday. We talked about how Argentina, obviously, you've got the focal point of Messi, and we've got, a bunch of other sort of, the weird balance of the Netherlands. You've got Brazil's just sheer class in attack and just across the pitch. You've got Croatia being Croatia. And so what are we looking at this one? What are the key elements of this game that you're going to sit there and go, yep, that was the thing that made a big difference, this one and this one? What do you reckon?
I think Portugal's attack, they're probably the only team you can compare to Brazil's attack where you've got 5 or 6 players that can score a goal, get some assists. I think you've got Bruno Fernandes, you've got João Felix, you even got Pepe from defense who's rising up, just can get a header even at 38 years old. So
I love you, Pepsi.
But
I think you're selling England a bit short there, Stats Guy, by saying, these are the only 2 teams.
England have scored more goals, but I just feel like I like Portugal's attack just as a pure watching thing. Yeah, just to watch them is very exciting. So I think
pure watching thing.
Yeah, that didn't sound right, did it? Just as to watch, best teams to watch, I think, is Portugal's up there.
I have to get your mum to come in and give you a bit of a prod, wake you up.
Yeah. This is why I'm drinking coffee if you're watching the video. It's this 6-day-a-week podcasting stuff. Geez, it gets you down.
You use your words. It's all right.
I got there eventually.
I'm excited about this Portugal attack, obviously. But in terms of Morocco, are they the sort of team that can actually just throw bodies in front of this, keep up in terms of pace? What do you think?
No, this is a whomping alert. Absolute whomping alert. Yeah, they had to withstand everything for 120 minutes against Spain and got through Spain's lack of, penalty-taking ability, which really shocked everyone.
Or just finishing ability in general that game. Yeah.
Know how to do it. Yeah, that too. So this is an absolute whomping alert that Portugal just come out and flatten them like they did Switzerland.
Really?
Well, they sort of had their World Cup final, their last game.
Yeah,
which,
last game was their
used in a lot
final.
of sports, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'd also love to say Desert Theory will win out, but I think this is where Desert Theory comes to an end.
Is there any deserts in Portugal?
It's a bit dry.
Morocco.
It's a bit dry.
But no, this is, but it's all hilly like Lisbon rules. Portugal will absolutely smoke Morocco. And I'm actually,
I agree,
look at the draw. The 2:00 games look like the Wompings. So it's like, it's not too bad if you miss them. The 6 a.m. games are sick.
Who's missing a World Cup quarter-final? Just
this guy.
All right. We're taking applications right now, so send in your applications to replace Alex on the podcast as of next week. Anyone who's actually wanting to stay up and watch World Cup games, more than welcome to give us a shout. Away
I'm
we
sure
go.
there's a few people out there.
Nice one.
You get paid nothing.
We'll see how we go. The
vibes
around this
t-shirts.
one, though. Yeah, we'll pay you in t-shirts and coffee that Stats Guy will fetch you. The Goncalo Ramos story. Can we see anything sort of pop off here again? Well, how are we feeling about this? Like the fairy tale comes on, the hat trick, unbelievable scenes. How are we feeling about him for game 2?
I think he could score again. Just their sheer numbers in attack. When they go on attack, they don't have 1 or 2 going forward. They have about 5 or 6, and he's going to be the one in the middle that's going to finish it off. So he showed he has great shot power. I think if he should start because he killed it last game, so I think he could score again.
He's a young kid who feels invincible because he scored a hat trick. He's like, this is easy. I can do this again. Like, it's just one of those things. When those young guys get confidence, it's like you can't stop them. They'll just run through a brick wall for you. So he'll just get out and going, and he'll have a crack again. Everything that was good about the Portugal attack in that win against Switzerland had him involved. You can't not pick him. If you don't, you're an absolute idiot.
Yeah, that'll be a joke if he doesn't get picked, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, you were saying, let's pick Ronaldo if they make the final because it's messy. No,
I didn't say
you literally said that on Thursday. Go back
I said
and
I would
listen
like
to
that.
Thursday
I said I would like.
That's a dumb idea. I like winning. Portugal will win.
Cool.
I feel like there's a great sell though that I think Liam was going for, right? The simple fact of just
the
imagine
2 goats. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Yeah.
having the goats heading up against each other in a final.
Would
and then
cool.
Alex was just like, well, off he went.
Also, and I figured out SBS are actually paying Martin Tyler to commentate all these games. So we're getting Martin Tyler. We're not just taking the world feed. So if you want Peter Drury, look up a VPN because he actually called the Australia-Argentina game. And I caught that replay online last night. Holy crap, listening to Peter Drury.
I didn't know he called
is
that game.
amazing. No offense to David Bashir, but Peter Drury is just another level of commentator.
Nice.
All right, and that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, the simple idea of removing him from the starting lineup, do you think that spurred them on? It very clearly opened up that attack, right?
It opened them up. I don't know if it spurred them on, but yeah.
Exactly. Opens them up a little bit more, spreads the lines.
They don't have the blinkers on. They're looking everywhere. They're not just Ronaldo focused.
They're not
it's like,
Ronaldo
we have
focused.
all of this other space.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's the same thing.
Cristiano's not going to yell at me in the locker room if I don't pass it to him, kind of vibes, right?
The exact same thing happened with Manchester United. As soon as he got benched, they moved up into the top 4 or 5 at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, it works.
Somewhere where Chelsea are not.
I
love it. Either way, Portugal, after a whomping like that, 6-1, we expect the sort of continuing goal avalanche to happen. But we've seen in this World Cup, it doesn't. It's sort of, the whomping happens, and then I feel like every time we've seen a whomping in this World Cup, there's been the inevitable disappointment to follow, right? So
true.
It's a weird one, but it feels like they do have just avenues of attack that a lot of these other teams would struggle to match, right? And especially Morocco. So going to be a tough one for my beloved Moroccans. You got to be out there. You got to be rocking to be Moroccan. 2 bets here. Let's go. Stats guy, what do you got?
Sure. I think they've dropped a little bit, but Portugal head-to-head, $1.68. I just think they'll get the job done. Might be reasonably close, but I think put it in your multi with a few other things, and they're a great bet. I'm surprised they're even that high. Bet on Bet365, $1.68. And then I was talking about João Felix. He got 2 assists last game. He's become more of a facilitator, just seeing the amazing quality around him. You've got Ramos now that can finish. So João Felix, anytime assists, is actually $7. For a guy that got 2 last game, I'm surprised he's not even in their top few favorites. So, yeah.
Nice one. What do you reckon, Alex?
Yeah, we'll throw in a third bet there.
That doesn't matter
Portugal,
because you're not going to be watching it. Anyway, what do we got? Predictions. Two bets from me. No, I'm just screwing with you. What have you got? So you're leaning heavy on Portugal.
Yeah, well, yeah. So for the third bet, also take the head-to-head. If you like 68% return on investment, just take that. Like, they're going to win. It's as simple as that. But nice. Portugal halftime, full-time, $2.60 with Blue Bet. And as I said, Womping alert, Portugal to score 3 or more goals, $3.80 with Blue Bet.
Ooh.
Womping!
3 or more, $3.80.
Interesting.
It's not bad, but it's
also stone cold morals.
Weren't you talking up Morocco's defense a bit? But we'll see.
Yeah, well, they're friggin' tired and they probably need a nap.
They will be tired.
They've got to back up from 120 brutal minutes plus their group stages, which were tight and tough battles as well.
Now you're going against Desert Theory. Like, how does this operate?
Yeah. Because Desert Theory, also all theories come to an end as well, and it's my theory, so I'll make up the rules as I go.
Desert Theory stops after the quarterfinals. At the quarterfinals.
Desert Theory stops when I says it stops.
When he says.
Yeah.
I like it.
Shout out to Weaves, who will text me after this because he's like, your English is no good. Ralph
Wiggum.
That's fine. Like Morocco being Alex's favorite team from Asia is still undefeated. So
hey, Stats Guy said Argentina played in the Euros yesterday. So
but I know where they are from at least.
Do you? They played in the European Championship.
Oh, they would have won that. They would have won that as well.
He just turned into Charles Barkley thinking that Manu Ginobili was European. Right. Predictions for this one, gentlemen. What have we got? Let's go, Alex.
Bit of John Cena action. 5-0.
Oh,
5-0.
5.
Oh, you are severely underrating, I think, Morocco here. This is a Portuguese team that lost 2-1 to South Korea like 2 games ago. So,
and then they won 6-1.
Yeah, that's your pick. That's your pick.
We also saw teams that lost in that last game all came out and won. Like, Brazil. Came out and smacked South Korea. Bloody Portugal went out and did it as well. Argentina lost their first game, came out and won. So, like, it's not like losing that last game was a big deal. Same with France, So
Spain?
Well, Spain lost, so it doesn't matter. They're on the plane home.
Yeah, but what happened to them in their third game? I'm just throwing it out.
Yeah, there's upsets.
Right. Stats guy. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I'm going Portugal 2-0. I think Morocco's defense, I don't think it can be a whomping. That's just, they've only conceded 1 goal. Portugal are very good in attack. I think they might score late. It might be a bit conservative at the start from Morocco, just trying to sit back and maybe get it to penalties like they did against in the last game. But yeah, Portugal 2-0.
Like it. I'm going 2-1 Portugal. I think we get a bit of an arm wrestle, and I'd probably steer clear of that. I think Alex is the halftime, full time, right? And
yeah,
I feel like this is a draw at halftime, maybe.
Yeah, they've had a lot of draw half times, Morocco, but they could, depends who gets off to the fast start, I guess.
Because I think in terms of like that, the Desert Theory falling apart, but also really the simple fact that they've defended really well all tournament, given up the 1 goal. Portugal are a different class, but they played so tough, like all game against Spain. So they were lucky, yes, at times, but at the same time, like you make your own luck occasionally. So
true.
Even though Spain had 12 shots.
Yeah. But you also look at the teams Morocco have played against, like they haven't been high scoring teams as well. So it's not like, oh, you're great defensively. It's also like, yeah, but the teams you played were not that good as well. Like,
fair enough.
So it's a bit of A, bit of C. So the answer is a pineapple.
Yep. I'm going 2-1. Let's go Portugal. Right, the big one.
Huge.
6 a.m. Sunday morning. Alex might wake up if he feels that.
Absolutely
you got to wake up for this one.
100%. I've been calling this game for the last 6 weeks when I saw the brackets. I'm like, England France quarter-final. Let's go.
But I don't know. You don't seem to like actually care about waking up for actual.
I don't care about waking up at 2 a.m. because, like you, I'm in my 30s and I need sleep or I will die.
Yeah, I'm already dead on the inside.
You have kids.
That's a different podcast.
Jeez, it got dark very quickly. England v France, though, what a setup! The Channel rivals, the Battle of Agincourt. Let's go! I'm excited.
Someone bring back Henry V. Get him out there.
Okay.
And I don't know. What about what was it? The Battle of 1066. What do we had some Normans, didn't we? Going against King
Yeah,
Harold back then.
Yep.
Oh, geez, the Battle of Hastings. It's a bit of a history lesson.
It is.
This is where we should kick this. This is actually a history podcast. Welcome to CODEbet Daily, where we go through all the great battles of history and rank who would have been the favourite and who actually won.
I was going to say, what was the betting in these wars?
Yeah,
there's got to be a bet.
I think the Britons were rank underdogs. The Normans stomped them. It was a whomping.
It was a whomping. It won't be a whomping.
That's where the term whomping actually came from.
Anyway,
passed down through the generations of Donnellys.
England, $3. The draw, $3.25. France, $2.45.
Close.
So France, pretty long favourite. It's all pretty short right there. Kind of love
the
it.
market's taken into consideration how good England looked in the round of 16 game.
A lot closer than people would have thought a couple of weeks ago. I think we penciled in France, England, but we would have said France probably closer to $2. But it's a lot closer than people thought.
So the crazy part is it feels like England played Senegal about 20 years ago.
I know.
No real hassles with that one. They sort of dealt with the Senegalese defense pretty handily. France beat Poland 3-1.
Yep.
Another game that felt literally could have happened.
Both of those games literally felt like foregone conclusions as well. I was like, they're both going to roll in and win. Let's just look forward to next Sunday. That feels like so long ago when that happened.
But either way, it's a great setup. You've got all the big names on both teams. You got France dealing with a bunch of injuries. England, they've had a few dramas here and there, but it feels like they've settled nicely so far in this tournament. So I turn on the TV, I roll over, I'm like, what's going on? He's your old man's passed out on the couch after the 2 a.m. game. He's woken back up for the 6. What am I looking at? Who am I looking for on this absolute pitch full of stars? It's like looking into the night sky, but it's green and in Qatar. But what are we looking at? Who am I aiming for? Who's going to take the eye? Who's the player that's going to blow me away, gentlemen? Who do we like?
Well, we all love Mbappé, but I'm going to go a bit left field and take Ousmane Dembélé. He plays for Barcelona. He's been in amazing form for them. He's sort of not been talked about enough. He's underrated for France. He's got a few assists.
Because he's done nothing all tournament.
He's got a few assists. I think
he's been there.
I think he's very underrated.
I've turned it up and I've kicked the ball a few times.
No, he's very good. He uses his pace. Because Mbappe's on the other wing. Oh, you've changed your mind there.
He's a gun, but I'm just saying he's done nothing.
Oh, he hasn't scored a goal. He's got assists, so that's something.
Again, this is just the wrong answer. It's Mbappe. I'm going to be watching this, and the rest of the world
is the main player to watch. Yeah, best player in the world.
What's he going to do? Not bad for a 19-year-old. Absolute.
Yeah, I think once Messi and Ronaldo are gone, people are finally going to give a bit more recognition to Mbappe as one of the best.
They're going to give more recognition to the best player in the world at the moment. Yeah,
I think he's not. Sure. I think he's not getting talked about enough.
You clearly don't read Adam Peacock, a co-worker of ours at Code stuff. He's like, Mbappe is a freak and just dominates. Read all of his stuff about Mbappe throughout the tournament. It's like, this dude's the best.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is, though, that Stats Guy did come out with a player where you'll go, we'll be watching this game, and you're like, Ousmane Dembélé. Hey, that's the guy Stats Guy was talking about. He's dominating. He looks really good.
He will, but
right. Yeah. But Mbappe will be drawing the eye. Yeah, he's going to be taking the eye of all the English defenders, the wingers, everybody in the crowd, everybody at home, everybody hung over on their couch. And look, what sort of impact can he really make in a game like this against this really, really solid English side? What do you reckon? Mbappe, what can he do? What can he achieve?
Literally everything. Literally everything. He can win this game off of his own boot. He literally needs half an inch of space and half a look. He's got 5 goals from 2.7 expected throughout the tournament, 2 assists. If they win this game, he's an absolute certainty to win all the awards.
Absolutely.
He's just literally the best player in this tournament. And if France are going to win it, it's because of this bloke. It's as simple as that.
These are the moments as well, right? This happens in World Cups, right? There are just absolute stamping moments of sheer superstardom. We've seen it time and time and time again. Could this be his?
I think it can be.
This has to be the game.
It can be.
He's already done.
He's won a World Cup. He's won almost. He's going to win every award over the next few years, probably. But I think this will be another step forward in his career, which will be people will be like, "Oh my God, is he actually up there with the Messi and Ronaldos of the world?" But we'll see.
Oh, I mean, he's won a World Cup and they haven't. So technically speaking, he is better.
Ooh, he's not better as a player, a career yet. But we never know.
He's like 23. Like give him.
He also
give him
still
another
plays
10 years.
He also still plays in the Farmers League in France. So hopefully he comes back into the Premier League or something like that. Which would
he's
be
getting paid bank, so
yeah.
And
I hope he comes in.
He lives in Paris. Does he want to go live in Liverpool? Hell no.
Definitely not.
Yeah, having been to both, I'd probably choose Paris.
Yeah, same here.
Absolutely,
he may end up over in somewhere like a Madrid or a Barcelona, but
hopefully
I don't reckon he'll be going to Liverpool. I mean, it'd be great to see him in the Premier League, but Liverpool would need to be located in London for him to move there.
That is true.
Last time I checked, Liverpool.
Not a thing.
Yeah, it's not that close, no.
Right. All right. So the 3-3, well, obviously there's a few reasons you're going to be watching this one, but the three sort of big standout things we're going to be looking for in this game. What are you feeling? Obviously, the depth of this English team against the injuries of the French team. Do you feel like that plays a role in this? What are we feeling?
I think the injuries aren't a problem. Everyone that's come into the France lineup that doesn't usually start have been amazing. Like you got Giroud, you've got a few others in the midfield that have just really been good. I think one thing to look out for England is they've been the highest scoring team in this World Cup. They just know how to put on goals. So we could see a pretty high scoring match. France know how to score a lot of goals. They're probably just behind them in the goals. So that'd be a thing to look out for.
Like it. Alex, what are you feeling?
This is the game of the tournament. You've got literally two of the best teams coming up against each other so far. England have finally figured out what their best 11 is and sort of sent a shock through the tournament with how easy they got past Senegal. It's like, oh yeah, okay, damn. And the great thing about that is it just brings up English expectations so much. So if they get beaten, it's going to be the worst day in the universe. If they
it
get
will be
rolled.
pretty funny, yeah.
Basically, provided England don't win the tournament, we win. Because if they win this game and get into a semi, oh my God, I can't wait. I'd love them to make a final and get smoked by Brazil, but just the English expectation of this makes it so much better. Also, classic rivalries. England have only beaten France once since 1998, so they kind of need to turn that one around. This is probably the team that can do it. I've been saying for 6 weeks, France will smoke England in the quarterfinal. I've got less confident by the day since the round of 16.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I like it. Jude Bellingham, how are we feeling about him?
Oh, my man. Love him. Absolutely
He's
love
amazing,
him.
yeah.
He's another one who is about to get a fat contract. Borussia Dortmund, again, cashing in on having a young superstar within their ranks. He's been England's best player. His passing rating?
He's 19 as well.
92.9% or something in the 4 games. It's utterly ridiculous for a 19-year-old to be that composed at a World Cup. But then again, we saw Mbappé do it 4 years ago. He's pretty good for 19.
He's pretty much the Mbappé, of this tournament from last World Cup. Mbappé was, on the rise. He just dominated. And then, Jude Bellingham.
The thing is, people who just tune in for this tournament probably don't notice how good he is, but people who watch football. Oh,
he's
man,
not
this
stats aren't off the charts.
He's a freak. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just he's more in the mold of a Luka Modric. He's an absolute freak.
Absolutely.
He's just going to go unassuming throughout his whole career.
So people who actually wake up for football games might appreciate it. I like it.
I mean, I'm going to be watching this game, so yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
2 bets for this one. England, France. Cannot wait. Let's go with you, Alex. What do you got?
Yeah, look, so I've got, it's a 2-in-1. So back both. England to win on penalties is $11. France to win on penalties is $11. So you get $5.50 each of 2. Split it up that way. I reckon this will go all the way to extra time. I think it's going to be a ripping game. Get it to penalties, and just if England lose on penalties, it's probably the most perfect result from this game.
They lost on penalties in the Euros final, so there you go.
Yes, they did, to Italy, who aren't here. Suck it, Italy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Kylian Mbappé to score and over 2.5 goals for the game as well, but that's in the 90-minute market, so that's $3.75. So I'm looking for a 2-2 draw here. That's sort of where I'm leaning at the moment. I think this is going to be high scoring, exciting, and probably the best game of the tournament so far.
Nice one. I like that. Liam, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going. My first one is draw halftime, France full time. I think it'll either be 1-1 or 0-0 at halftime. Just both teams sort of come out a bit faster, but a little bit conservative, just trying to feel each other out. They haven't played each other in a while. But then France will, tear it up in the second half and just use their class and speed. I think at $5.50, which is pretty good odds on Bluebet. Yeah. And
tear it up, he says. Tear it up.
Yeah. Oh, I think they will. And then both teams to score. These are the two best attacking teams. It's $1.80 on Bet365. Put it in a multi.
Love it. That's pretty cool. If there's going to be an English goal scorer bet, who are we looking at, gentlemen?
I like Marcus
on who
Rashford.
starts.
Yeah, if Marcus Rashford starts, I'm taking him.
Yeah, no, I'll get Phil Foden to knock one in from the 6-yard box as well. Just coming across there with Harry Kane going up for a header and just falls at Foden's feet and he gets a 3-inch tap in.
Nice. I like it. That's the one thing that we sort of didn't hit on is like where are those English goals going to come from? Harry Kane finally got on the scoreboard.
He did
last game, and but we've seen plenty of action.
Kane, Saka, Henderson, even Maguire can roll forward. Luke
a
Shaw
lot of
can
them
get
can,
forward. And then you look at everyone on their bench as well. Like if Sterling gets on as well, he's a noted goal scorer.
He can score,
So
He's there.
a lot of goals. You hope this lives up to the billing. Like this is like one of those title fights where you're like, it's going to be sick. And then it's just like, that was really boring. Like an Israel Adesanya fight.
Like it. Predictions, picks under duress. Let's go. Liam, what do you got?
Yeah, France 2-1 in regulation time. I think it will be a bit tight early, and then France, I reckon even a late winner, like 90-minute plus winner.
Interesting.
That'd be so funny.
You raise my hopes and then dash them quite expertly. Alex, what have you got?
Yeah, 2-0 then the French on penalties.
Nice one. I'm going 1-1 French, no. England on penalties. It's going to be awesome. I think they reverse the Euros and actually win on penalties, win through. I think this is going to be an absolute blinder of a game. But I think that 1-1 for me, I think we've sort of hit on, Alex's over 2.5 goals. I couldn't quite get there with this. I think it's just going to be that sort of tight arm wrestle of a kind of match, right? Like, 1-1 is kind of where I land. Extra time is just more of a slugfest, and we just somehow eke it out to penalties and then absolute chaos.
It probably will be.
But really, more importantly, is like how much desert theory can we really apply to this one? Like, can either of these teams win the entire thing?
Maybe they can't, just because no deserts.
No deserts in England or France. Tough scene.
Well, there's no deserts. There's no desert theory in the game, so it doesn't matter.
No,
like I said, they're
overall
my rules.
World Cup winner overall. But anyway, there you go. So we've got 2 France backers, myself going England. And in Portugal, Morocco, we've all landed at Portugal to varying degrees as well, actually, which is pretty interesting. So
we're all a bit
plenty of good betting opportunities there. You can go read the betting previews, big betting previews. They'll be in the paper tomorrow. Well, paper today. They'll be on codebet.com.au, so you can go check that out. So that's it. CODEbet Daily for a Saturday. Jeez. Working hard for that money, aren't we? And
I work hard for the money.
Well, Alex doesn't.
Hard for the money. No.
Not even gonna watch
Stats Guy is late to work more often than I am. So.
That is not true. I've twice
absolutely not, Stats Guy. You are dead set late daily.
No, that is not true.
He's got his entourage rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got some shocking people on the train.
He rolls in.
I love it.
I mean, with all that money you're making from TikTok, Stats Guy, you can buy a nice apartment in the city. Mate.
I don't know where that money's gone. Someone's going to have to send it to me. Hopefully.
That's right. James and I are controlling it.
He's actually living in the office.
It's pretty comfy.
Those couches are pretty comfortable.
Yep.
All right, CODEbet Daily done for the weekend. We'll be back on Monday to set up your semi-finals. To wrap these games, set up the semis. It's going to be on like Kong. Cannot wait for the semi-finals. For these quarters as well. Absolute belters. This England-France game. Cannot wait for that
Huge.
one. So, subscribe on your podcast app, like, review, star, all that good stuff. Chuck us a follow for the old CODEbet on Facebook, IG, Twitter. You can watch Stats Guy on TikTok.
CODEbet AU on all of those platforms.
That's it. Send in any questions, any bets you want us to judge. Stats Guy is really good at that. And I think that's kind of it, isn't it? There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Gerald for getting off his deathbed to produce this with a bit of the cocoa, the spicy cough.
Yeah. Back nugget at Randwick today if that hasn't run by then. There you go. There's a tip.
All right. Thanks to Alex for apparently tipping horses on CODEbet Daily and not actually wanting to watch the games of soccer. Stats guy. Always
I appreciate
classic.
my sleep.
Thank
And
you.
I've been Jaymz Clements. This has been CODEbet Daily. We'll catch you on Monday. CODEbet out.